Trump, you know, I've been with the league for a long time. I ran NBA Entertainment years ago. He did an I Love This Game spot with us. He was a fixture at NBA at Madison Square Garden. You guys remember, well, all of you, when you played here, not Draymond, but back in the old days, he had courtside seats. He was here all the time. He was at drafts, so he's a genuine Knicks fan. And so, yes, there's some inconvenience to the fans here, but one looking around this arena, it's packed. So people listen, they came early, they got through whatever extra security, which is necessary. So, as I said, I think we should be using sports to create more of a sense of community with people, not less.
We know you're a New Yorker, 55 years. We know you have to be neutral, but how big is this for the...
So I've had a few things to say about Donald Trump going to the Knicks game. And, you know, at this point, it's game day. And I think Knicks fans just want to enjoy Game 3, the first home game that we've had in 27 years. But it also is not clear to me that Donald Trump is a big Knicks fan. I mean, does this guy even know the difference between Karl Rove and Karl Anthony Towns? I don't think so. He's just injecting himself into the NBA Finals because he always has to bring the MAGA circus into town.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Oh boy, what's going on, family? I hope everybody that's tuned in right now that you are blessed, well and healthy, and that you're having an awesome week so far, man. What a time to be alive in this fast time travel, ladies and gentlemen. What a time to be alive. Especially how the world of politics are going, and the man who has changed politics forever, in my opinion. Ever since he came down that escalator, man, I tell you, disagree, agree, love or hate him, President Donald J. Trump. And we seen tonight the New York Knicks, the Game 3, break the internet. And we know the Spurs won by 4 points. And right now trending that it was Trump's fault. And again, man, but what a huge success tonight, making history for the first sitting president to attend the finals. And Trump got so much love, cheering, and even had the liberal leftists booing as expected. And, you know, the ones who have the Trump deranged syndrome, they're wishing for the downfall of America, for things to burn and crash, for them to blame the big bad orange man. And they're also hoping that he drops dead and that they get the news that Trump has passed away, you know. But once upon a time, everybody loved this man. Everybody. And tons of those people still do. Tons of those have turned their back, stabbed him in the back. They don't want to hear his name. They hate that he won an election, that he got one single vote. They hate it. The same ones that used to love him. Invited him over. Even made pie for him. Even went down to Mar-a-Lago. Everybody. Blacks. You name it. Everybody. He wasn't a racist back then. He wasn't a racist back then, man. You know. But now he's a racist. He's the Antichrist. He's evil. He's Hitler. He's, you know, our democracy's under attack. Democracy. We can't forget our democracy. You know. But a lot of people have forgotten, man, you know, that Trump has been Trump his entire life. I mean, Donald Trump has been himself the entire life. He hasn't changed. Even when you go back in the 80s, 70s, the 90s, and you go, man, he hasn't changed. Go back and look what he said on Iran in the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s. He told you exactly how he felt long time ago and what he would do long time ago. How the military is not off the table a long time ago. Trump said it in a 2024 rally. He said it. He told you. And this is why some people were on the verge of not voting for him, as we've seen. And some of those people did go out and vote for him. You know, and also we seen what he was up against. I mean, and how they tried to go after him. Shams, kangaroos jumping all on the freeway. You know, couldn't beat your political opponent fair and square. And the man wins in a landslide. You know. And again, he has broke people. He's broke the Democrat Party. He's breaking the internet every single day. And it's just Trump, 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 Trump. Anything happens, it's Trump's fault. Where is Trump? What is Trump doing? You know. And as we've seen with his health, the leftists posting all kind of things. And with his age, every single day it's from the leftists. She's either asleep or he's been hospitalized. And a bunch of fake news, propaganda, gaslighting, fear mongering, or you'll even be killed by an ICE agent. Every single day we get the same old, you know. And you know what? Out of all that, there's always a positive. There's always a win out of it, you know. And somehow Trump laughs it off, and he keeps fighting every single day, man. And we are sending our prayers for our president. We are praying for our country, for our troops, and rooting for the best, ladies and gentlemen. No other way around it. But look who's breaking the internet right now. Hakeem Jeffries. Because he says it's also not clear to me that Trump is a big New York Knicks fan. Yeah. He even says, I mean, the guy doesn't even know the difference between Karl Rove and Karl Anthony Towns. I don't think so. He just injected himself into the NBA Finals because he always wants to bring the MAGA circus. You know, everything has to be MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. But fans, people that, you know, that have been watching the sport for a very long time, even people that even know you look up a little bit of history research on the president, you know that he's a huge sports fan. He's been a part of the NBA, featured in all kind of commercials. You know, Knicks sitting courtside long time ago. You know, long time ago. He's been a huge sports fan. So I definitely want to start the show off with this post right here from ALX, quoting, responding to Hakeem Jeffries on this breaking news post, calling out Trump for not being a Knicks fan. And he says, "You dumb bitch." Excuse my language, but hey, that's what it says. And as you can see, it's getting tons of likes and reposts and already hit 1 million hits because millions of people do think that Hakeem Jeffries is a dumb beep, you know, and that the Democrat Party is full of dumb beeps, you know, and yeah, but as you can see, Hakeem Jeffries is getting ratioed, and we even seen the NBA commissioner go full Trump mode and refuted Hakeem Jeffries' accusations about President Trump not being a Knicks fan, and he's just there for the attention, as we've seen here.
You know, I've been with the league for a long time. I ran NBA Entertainment years ago. He did an I Love Gets Game spot with us. He was a fixture at NBA at Madison Square Garden. You guys remember, well, all of you, when you played here, not Draymond, but back in the old days, he had courtside seats. He was here all the time. He was at drafts. So he's a genuine Knicks fan. And so, yes, there's some inconvenience to the fans here, but one looking around this arena, it's packed. So people listen, they came early, they got through whatever extra security, which is necessary. So as I said, I think we should be using sports to create more of a sense of community with people, not less.
We know you're a New Yorker, 55 years. We know you have to be neutral, but how big is this for the...
So I've had a few things to say about Donald Trump going to the Knicks game. And, you know, at this point, it's game day. And I think Knicks fans just want to enjoy Game 3, the first home game that we've had in 27 years. But it also is not clear to me that Donald Trump is a big Knicks fan. I mean, does this guy even know the difference between Karl Rove and Karl Anthony Towns? I don't think so.
You know, and I think that's a crazy statement. And again, I know exactly what he's talking about. And again, we just showed Karl Anthony Towns speaking. And, you know, Karl Anthony Towns missed on a lot of shots tonight. Well, you know, Bronson, I believe he just was feeling himself. I mean, what he put up 25, 30 some shots when he had guys wide open that could make these shots, you know. Yeah, so him and a few others kind of blew it for the Knicks tonight. But they lost by 4 points, and it's Trump's fault. But that statement that this clown is making, you know, is honestly ridiculous. Like, he expects Trump to know the full roster, everybody's name, position. You know, it's just a disgrace, man. But again, the same old from this clown. And he's going to also throw in, you know, Trump is just here to, you know, it's his ego, narcissistic. He just wants to butt in, make it all about himself. And he's also going to bring in the MAGA circus. You know, and again, this guy is always on a script, and he's like an AI robot. I thought he was going to say something about, I'm surprised he didn't say anything about the war or affordability like he always does.
He's just injecting himself into the NBA Finals because he always has to bring the MAGA circus into town.
So what happened? As we sit back and just watch what took place tonight / when you guys see this tomorrow in the morning, what MAGA circus is there? I just don't get it, man. And we're gonna show videos of people literally recording the motorcade, and just tons of Knicks fans were out there just happy that President Trump came. And then we also had the other liberal leftists, the ones that boo Trump and blame him for them losing tonight. A disgrace, though, man. But he's getting complete ratioed.
Donald Trump is a big Knicks.
It says Wolf the White House posted this on Hakeem Jeffries. Says, okay, anyways, we'll fix that hat for you.
But it also is not clear to me that
we know the White House is making this post because they know that Hakeem Jeffries and Democrats only care about illegal immigrants, illegal alien.
Donald Trump is a big Knicks fan.
You glad your teammates didn't come off the bench this time?
I'm just glad we got the win.
Fine, thanks a lot. Let's go back to thinking you.
All right, Craig, and a lot of defense too, because the Pacers
And watch who he daps up and hugs.
were held scoreless in the last 2 minutes and 41 seconds after
They love President Trump.
they had led 43. It's your good friend Donald Trump, man.
Donald, yes. I think it's fine.
What is this?
Yes, indeed, man. They all love Trump. And we know Trump was a huge sports fan. And he's always been that his entire life. You know, all it takes is a little bit of research. But nope, it's the big bad orange man. You know, what an absolute disgrace.
As it related to extending foreign surveillance reforms.
What a disgrace. But Timu Obama, Hakeem Jeffries is erupting in panic after learning Bill Bolton will be named acting director of national intelligence and could purge more deep staters or uncover election fraud. Yeah, what a disgrace.
A few things to say about Donald Trump going to the Knicks game.
But here's Donald Trump at the 1994 NBA Finals when the New York Knicks faced Houston Rockets at Madison Square Garden. Yet today, Hakeem Jeffries questioned whether Trump is even a Knicks fan. Such a low IQ individual.
It's your good friend Donald Trump, man.
Donald,
Yes.
My business partner.
What does this say? Walk up.
A low IQ individual, man. And as we see, the Supreme Court opposed the redistricting overturning. And we see how the redistricting wars are playing. And Hakeem Jeffries has just been having, the Democrats have just been having a bad last few weeks, few months. You know. And the hell with what's going on in California right now. We know what's going on. The fix was already in. The steal, the rigging, the cheating. There's no way we have to wait 4-5 weeks, a month for the final results of an election. Again, even if we already know if California was going to vote blue or no matter who, whatever it is, communist, whatever. but it still shouldn't take weeks. And this is why so many people don't believe in the system. Why so many agree with President Trump and they believe that our elections are fraud. And that there is rigging and cheating and stuff going on in our elections. And why so many want voter ID. Majority want voter ID. Majority are for the Save America Act. And we ought to pass it and grow a god doggone spine. But
always have to ruin.
Look at this clown.
Thing. Why does this guy always have to ruin a good thing?
One of the major storylines that has developed outside of the game but related to the game is the fact that Donald Trump will be coming to game 3 of the NBA Finals. Why did you think it was not a good idea for him to come to game 3?
Like, the Knicks are on a historic run. The city of New York is in a frenzy. It brings everybody together. To your point about politics, people set that aside and are working, toward just rooting on this amazing team. But there's no more divisive figure in the country than Donald Trump. And when he injects himself in the middle of something, it's like a hand grenade exploding in the middle of a joyful party. And that's exactly what has happened. And then, as you mentioned, it's creating, a change in scenery, a change in the celebrations that were otherwise going to take place in terms of some of the watch parties, in and around Madison Square Garden.
What a disgrace, man. What an absolute disgrace. You just can't make it up, man.
Follow these allegations close.
And oh, yeah. It says Dollar Store Obama. Again, y'all know I don't like calling him that. But because we ought to appreciate our dollar store. I love my dollar store, especially living out here in the country. I love the dollar store. But Hakeem Dollar Store Obama Jeffries refused to comment on the Graham Plattner allegations. Oh boy. He lies and says that he's not following the race or the allegations closely. It says, bet your bottom dollar if it was a Republican wrapped in some scandal, he would be all over it. Facts.
To believe all women.
I haven't followed these allegations closely, but what I have said is that violence against women in any way, shape, or form is unacceptable. It's a red line, and nobody should cross that. And any accuser who comes forward has to be treated with dignity and respect. I haven't talked to Ro Khanna about this particular race, and in fact, I haven't gotten involved in this particular race because we're focused on taking back control of the House of Representatives.
What happened to believe all women?
Because it's a Democrat, I'm not going to publicly comment, especially on Fox News. But I guarantee if it was a Republican who was, in some scandal, I would be running the circuit on every single mainstream media program that I could get on.
Should cross that.
Yeah. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to spend too much time on Hakeem. I think I've spent enough time on the show on Hakeem Jeffries. And again, man, him getting ratioed and called out by even the NBA commissioner. We've had enough of the foolishness, man. We've had enough of the Trump derangement syndrome. People are going to wake up tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, and he's still going to be the president of the United States. And that majority of America spoke loud and clear. Is President Trump perfect? No. Is President Trump a human being? Yes. Did President Trump win a democratically elected did he win president? Yeah. Get over it. Get over it. And for these people
Donald
to blame
Trump
him
going to the next game.
for a team losing, blame one man for a full team, on losing a basketball game is ridiculous. We blame one man. It's always somebody else's fault. It's always the white man's fault. It's always the orange man's fault. Same with these activists, especially these black activists. It's the white man's fault. I don't want to get up and get me a job. It's their fault. I can't lose weight. It's their fault. It's the white man's fault. My car didn't start. Guess whose fault it is? It's a disgrace, man. You know. But, ladies and gentlemen, the truth will set you free. And again, majority of people that tune into this show every single day, it's this show every single day. Y'all know, man. Y'all have common sense. Y'all know what the truth is. And we're going to keep exposing it in broad daylight. I love y'all. God bless you all and your family. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Yeah.